I
come
love
back.
near-death experiences. Yeah.
Oh, do you?
I go to sleep. I'll go to sleep listening to like stories about them because they're so, in a weird way, uplifting.
Oh,
Because whenever people have a near-death experience, it's always like their consciousness pops out of their body, and then they're in this new realm. This like they describe it as like heavenly, where it's just peace and love.
Yeah,
and it's like a lot of people describe it as like that's their true home.
oh, interesting.
Where like Earth is sort of like a place where you come to experience things. It's like you experience life, and it's like you learn things. Your soul learns things, and then learns things, and then you return back home to this existence of just pure consciousness and light.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes me place less importance on like the egoistic things in life where you're like, I need like, especially in like comedy or whatever, or the entertainment, you're just like, I need more views. I need more like career stuff, and you're just sort of like, oh no, this is just an experience. I should, instead of like placing so much importance on things that I want in the future, I should just enjoy the ride. Yeah. And just like try to be present in every day. Because that ultimately, like you sometimes you get those things that you have been like working towards, and you're like, oh, this didn't give me the feeling I was hoping it would. It's more like we were going back with open mics. It's more the experience of like the enjoying all those things of like progressing in comedy or whatever it is.
And like to your point about enjoying the ride, that's kind of where I've been trying to put my mindset more, where I'm like, now let me do things that I will enjoy making now, and then I'll look back and go, I'm really glad I made that. And or I'm really glad I explored that, because I think I've definitely benefited from like the machine, as it were, and like I've definitely played that game, and it's like it works, but I'm not always super proud of that stuff. So I think
you have to as well to get like a foothold. It's just every artist that I love,
they all talk about it.
They're all conscious of it. Some people, part of their brand will say that they don't play into it, but that's, to me, I'm a little cynical. To me, that's a more sophisticated way of playing into it.
Yes. Yeah.
Because then like smart consumers will be like, oh, wow, that's outside of it. Yeah. But that's just a kind of way to approach it, I think.
Yeah. Sorry to
no, dude, I'm happy we talked
philosophical.
About it.
No, it's fucking, I love all that stuff.
It's true too. Like I sometimes think I was like more of a connoisseur as a consumer than I am sometimes as a creator. Yeah. Where I'm like when I liked stuff when I was first getting into content, art, whatever you want to call it, I liked stuff that didn't have big viewership. That was part of its appeal, was that it like slipped through the cracks. Yeah. And it said something about me that I was aware of it. Yeah. And then for whatever reason, at some point when I got into the thing, I kind of switched and was like, well, is that really the kind of place I want to be at in my own life? I think I'd actually rather be ubiquitous and oversaturated and just like
killing it, making
just killing it, and everyone's like, yeah, his stuff's not that great, but I'm so rich I don't hear any of it. Yeah. But then I think if you try to pursue that, it actually it doesn't work.
I think it eats you alive.
Yeah.
I think it's I don't know. And I think this is super relevant, I guess, for anyone listening to this, because I do think with younger people, there is like a huge emphasis on like, oh, go be famous. Go create. That's what all these people are telling them. Go make something. And it's like, you can do that, but if you're doing it to just make something, go crazy. But if you're doing it because like your kind of end goal are the one of ones, like I always use Drake as an example.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Like, I think it's I know it's great to have aspirations, but I don't know, I guess I'm like always realistic. Like, it is crazy how many people make music every day and then they look at Drake and they genuinely believe like, I could get there one day. And it's like unlikely. Yeah. He is one of, when you look in history, take the last 30 years and you take all the top artists, let's say it's, I don't know, 2,000 of them, for all the millions of people that have lived, it's not probable. So, yeah. And I just put that out there to say, do the thing that is you actually will enjoy doing. Because I don't know, life's limited and all that.
Yeah, the thing, the best feeling I think when you're making something is, we've had this a bunch of times where it's like you like edit it. It's like if we're making a video, you edit it and you're the process was so fun that you're like, I don't even care how well this performs. Like I love. It's hard to once you put it out to maintain that.
No,
but that feeling of like I just love what we did.
Yeah,
and this was awesome.
Yeah,
inevitably when you put it out, you're all the other side comes out. We're like, well, why aren't people watching it?
Yeah.
But
YouTube's like 9 out of 10. This sucks. Have you tried incorporating slime in this video?
But that feeling is like the best. It's like the most fulfilling feeling, I think, if you're creating.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway,
I have kind of a random tangent off this, but I think it's somewhat related.
Yeah.
My three of my top movies of the year were Blackberry, Air, and Barbie. They're all about products.
Right.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Is that just like
the capitalism pill?
Yeah.
You swallowed it, dude.
I mean, it seems very on its face like what it is, but like, is that going to be the future of film? Is just us talking about how we relate to the things we buy?
Yeah. I mean, if it isn't already. Yeah. I went on a big tangent about this on one episode, but yeah, I can't. Modern media really fucks me up because it's all shot like commercials because it's all shot for coverage. It's not like
there's not much of a point of view there.
No, and they're not crafted scenes. It's all shot in a way where it's like, oh, if this is too violent for China, we can erase this scene, or
right.
If this person is,
it's shot for options.
Yeah. And I think so. Yeah, I think that's like a fucking great point to question if film is even about film anymore in ways. Yeah.
Dude, I just watched Portrait of a Woman on Fire, Lady on Fire. Like, and I know that's like the best movie from like France that year, so I shouldn't assume that's all French film.
Yeah.
But like the way it was shot, it was like, it would go from like a tracking shot to like no cuts in a conversation of like a 2-shot. And I was like, there was so much intention in it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, only one person could have made it this way. It's like the lady who shot this thing.
Yeah.
And then, is this it right here? This movie rips.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. I'll watch it.
Oh, dude, you'll love it, man. It's so good.
Dude, it got me torqued up.
Yeah, I'm kind of downplaying how juiced it is on the horny front.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's like quiet, but it's like two really beautiful gals kind of circling each other.
Okay. This is what you graduate from, like as a young man.
Yeah,
you watch two girls kiss on whatever.
I'm just saying the erotica in America is pretty lowbrow, dude. If you're really trying to crank to something profound, you got to go French.
Yeah, you got to go to France.
A young guy, I'm like, I'm an artist now. Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Yeah,
I want to create that.
Yeah, but I see what you mean though about the way stuff is shot. It's like it's pretty rare to have something, and maybe it always has been too, that's like shot with like one person's brain in mind. Yeah.
I mean, and I think the A24 stuff does a good job of that, and there are big films that definitely do that. It's not all of them, but I'm definitely focusing more in on like the big blockbuster stuff, the Avengers and like all the comic book stuff. But
which was dope when it first came out, and then it was fun. It just ran its course.
Yeah. I do think the funny thing in like action series or action films is the abrupt cut to someone's reaction. It's like that was very clearly like a market thing. Like, oh, we have to jump cut this moment here for this reason. Yeah.
Like Avengers Endgame was so designed in the third act to just give the audience huge hits of satisfaction.
Yeah.
Where it was basically like, guess who's going to show up right now? And you're like, I needed that. Yes. And I remember being conscious of it when I was watching it, where I was like, God, they're manipulating the fuck out of me, but I didn't care. I was like, it's such a perfect product.
You're like, give it to me.
Yeah. It was just like drugs into my veins.
Yeah. I was laughing with our buddy Meat Canyon about how like realizing that Tony Stark is a character, like he's kind of just like a hot Redditor, like he's the hot version of a Redditor.
Yeah.
Like he's just very like, just kind of like that snarky nerd, like, Jarvis, can I get the, like, it's just, I think like those guys in their mind want to be Tony Stark, dude.
It is crazy where he's like this billionaire who's like, no, I'm actually more on top of it and should be in charge more than like the government.
Yeah.
And now like it's literally happening, and it's like chicken or the egg thing where I'm like, did he create Elon Musk or did Elon Musk create Tony Stark?
Bro, I can't see Elon Musk as having as much swag as the character of Tony Stark.
Yeah.
That's the only part I can't see.
He definitely doesn't talk as fast.
No. No. He's not as smooth getting out of a R8.